We're now at 4-2, and what seemed like a glimmer of hope for the Dynamite, San Diego pulling away again. Tony Avery standing over the ball, plays it back to Chad Pearson off the kickoff. Chad Pearson now with the ball, laying it off to Zube. Zube collects, pressure there, playing it to Chad. Back to Zube, who collects and throws it into play to the running Tony Thomas into the San Diego zone. He collects, shot there, gone wide. John Mollet in the corner, plays it out to the waiting Mark Cromie. Mark Cromie at half line, plays it across to Chad Pearson. Chad Pearson into Tony Thomas. Tony Thomas rolling it across at half line, plays it all the way back to Zube, who will control and slow this one down. Zube rolls it off to Mark Cromie. Mark Cromie on the right side, dumping it into the corner. Chase there given by Tony Avery. Tony Avery now fighting, controls, plays it out to John Mollet. John Mollet across to James McMonigle. James McMonigle touch gone awry. Chad Pearson collects. And that one's played poorly and into the possession of San Diego over the head of Chad Pearson onto the running number 15 into the Denver Dynamite zone. A foul there from Chad Pearson leaves San Diego with a kick out of the right corner in the Dynamite zone. Chiles, number 15, scored earlier. Lining up behind that one, looks like Aaron Susi will be taking this shot. Aaron Susi lining up with number 10, who will be taking this. Unsure who's taking it. He rolls it back to Susi, who mistouches it and loses control. John Mollet touching it in there to a running number 10 for the Dynamite down the corner into the San Diego zone. San Diego collects, rolls it out. There's a fight in the corner. It's cleared to half line, where Medina gives chase. Touched on there, Mark Cromie giving pressure. Played back all the way to number 10, Cheeky, who collects for San Diego. Touch there wide and a shot. Oh, great save by Zube. Did well to stop that one. Mark Cromie collects, bringing it out of the Dynamite zone, slows it down. Looking across to Chad Pearson, who collects the ball. Paul Wright giving pressure. Chad Pearson with the ball for Dynamite. Looking all the way back to Mark Cromie. Mark Cromie now dumping it in to the waiting Tony Avery. Touches it on, but that one's gone wide. Tony Avery fighting for it. Swift for San Diego collects. Riley Swift, the goalkeeper for San Diego, rolls it out to the waiting number 10 for San Diego, who collects. Passes it all the way across to San Diego's zone. That's dumped in deep into the Dynamite zone. Mark Cromie giving pressure there. Laid across Chad Pearson with a tip wide, and a great defensive play there by Chad Pearson to foil the offensive thrust of San Diego. Medina now with the ball, dribbling it at half line. Medina played that one all the way back into Swift. It's intercepted now, and played from Jake Harris, who touches it to Tony Avery, who touches it in. An altercation now between Tony Avery and the San Diego goalie, Swift, who's clearly upset about that last goal. He was out of position, though, and frankly beat by a great pass and a touch-in by Tony Avery. So Tony Avery draws this to 4-3. Hold on, folks. This one's far from over with 1:53 left. A very close game, 4-3, and this is the type of action you can certainly expect at any home game or away that we cover on the radio, or if you show up here. Incredible atmosphere. The fans are on their feet. 4-3, Dynamite within striking distance. San Diego taking the kickoff. All the way back to San Diego's zone. San Diego bringing up the field, dumps it in, deflected off the head of the Dynamite player into the zone. San Diego seeking to turn their defender, and that ball is cleared out to half line, where it's collected by San Diego. San Diego now with the ball at half line, dumps it into the corner, foiled there by the Denver Dynamite, who play it out into the San Diego zone, and it's cleared back into the Dynamite zone. Jimmy Wade giving pressure there, collected by Josh Fallon with a poor clearance attempt there. And it's collected by Jimmy Wade again in his own zone, played back to Josh Fallon. Josh Fallon now with it, plays it out to Tony Thomas. Great play there, back to Josh Fallon, who plays it into the zone for Kelly Robinson deep within the San Diego territory. San Diego giving pressure to Kelly, stealing the ball. San Diego now with the ball, passes it to Garth Archibald. Garth Archibald clearing it deep, but a foiled attempt there again. Tony Thomas running the interception, tips it in, and that's a save by Swift. Cleared out to half line. San Diego now with the ball, playing it into the Dynamite zone. Susi trying to cross over, shot there, goal! And Aaron Susi for San Diego, crossing over his defender and placing it into the bottom left corner, past the outstretched arms of Zube. So again, 5-3, San Diego leading the Denver Dynamite. This is the type of action and speed of play that we've come to appreciate here at the PASL-Pro division. Chad Pearson receives the ball off the kickoff, playing it back to Zube. Zube dumps it into the zone. Tony Avery giving chase to the San Diego player, collected by Riley Swift, the goalkeeper for San Diego, who throws it out to Zé Roberto, who's deep in Denver territory, into the corner. Good defense played there by Mark Cromie. He's cut back. Zé Roberto kicks it along the boards, and Zube blocks it out. Chad Pearson collects and clears the zone. All the way out to Tony Avery, who was stepped in front of by Barton on San Diego. A shot from San Diego deflected by Chad Pearson. John Millay collects at half line, tips it on to Tony Avery into the San Diego zone. Tony Avery now with the ball in the San Diego corner. A foul there from number 23 on San Diego on Tony Avery, and that will be a kick-in for the Dynamite. Jake Harris lining up over this ball, and we're still at 5-3 for San Diego. The players taking a break now, a timeout it would appear called. And Tony Thomas on the ball now. Chad Pearson, a rip that's gone off San Diego wide. Another rip deflected by Swift into the rafters. It is now halftime. Your score currently, San Diego 5, Denver Dynamite 3.